Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you're listening from. This is Dr. Mary Mugo, an author, a consultant, a trainer in matter strategy, leadership, governance, and team development. I have discovered that many of us are suffering from digital overload. And so today I want to talk to us on digital detox. How do you unplug? How do you ensure that you take a break from digital devices? Because it is important. Let me ask you a question. How many of us, even you that is listening to me, that is able to stay for a half day or 1 hour or 2 hours without checking their phone, whether it's WhatsApp groups, whether it's Facebook? How many of us forget their phones? And when they forget their phones, they are okay. They just go to work and say, well, I'll get my phone in the evening. Or do you come back to pick your phone? Hmm? You need to understand that digital overload can resort to a lot of things. It can actually resort to insomnia. It can resort to low productivity. It can resort to mental health issues. So what are the signs that you're suffering from digital overload? One of the major signs is lack of sleep. You are not sleeping well, or you have insomnia, you have headaches, you have high issues because you are always on your screen. When I talk about digital devices, I'm talking about TV, I'm talking about laptop, I'm talking about phone, any digital device. We need to detox. The other sign that you are suffering from digital overload is that you are not able to relate, or you neglect the real life issues like relationships, responsibilities. Have you ever visited people in their own homes, and instead of taking time and concentrating to speak to you, they are on their phone, or they are watching TV, or they are on their laptop? Or even go to an office and you're visiting someone, instead of listening to you, they start pretending that they are multitasking. In actual fact, they're just suffering from digital overload. They neglect those relationships. We need to begin to go back to those relationships. You can't do relationships on WhatsApp at all times. You also know that you're suffering from digital overload if you keep on checking your digital devices in places that you are not supposed to. For example, you find you're always checking your WhatsApp, your Facebook during meetings, in church. Some of you even in the bathrooms. Then you know you're suffering from digital overload. It's very bad that people are in a serious meeting and you're busy on your phone checking WhatsApp, or you are even on your laptop doing other things. You're simply suffering from digital overload. Another sign of digital overload is when you begin to be restless or anxious when you don't have your phone. If you discover that you are anxious, you're restless just because you don't have your phone, you could be suffering from digital overload. Another sign of digital overload is if you find yourself not concentrating on your responsibilities or the tasks that you have been given. You are in a meeting, you are not concentrating. You're supposed to have done something in the house, you are not doing it. Instead, you're on your phone 24/7. Hey, sometimes especially when there's Wi-Fi, because most of us have Wi-Fi, people are always on their phones. And it's not that they're on their phones because they are doing something online which is beneficial in terms of a program or a certification, or to make money. They are just checking WhatsApp groups. They're just on Facebook. Basically they are on TikTok, as in they are not doing nothing that is really of value. Then you have digital overload. Now, statistics show globally that people spend about 6 hours, 37 minutes every day on their digital devices. The same research shows that Generation Z, the Zoomers, spend 7 hours, 18 minutes on their digital devices every day. So you realize that there is need to actually take some digital detox. What is digital detox? Digital detox is simply keeping away from your digital devices, may it be phones, may it be computers, may it be TV, Facebook, TikTok, WhatsApp. You just decide, today I am going to do digital detox. And simply not check your phone, your laptop, or your computer, or your TV. And it is possible. It is difficult, but it can be done. Now, research shows that high level of exposure to digital devices leads to reduced productivity, increased stress, and mental health issues. So it is important that you begin to do some digital detox. And you can start by just say, 2 hours, I'll not look at my phone. I'll not go to WhatsApp, I'll not go to Facebook. So what are the benefits of digital detox? Simple: improved mental health, reduced stress, better relationships, and enhanced productivity. Isn't that simple? Can you try? Why don't you try this week? And for 2 hours or so, you can start 2 hours and say, I'm not going to look at WhatsApp, I'm not going to go to Facebook, no TikTok, nothing. And see how it works. So very quickly, how do you do this detox? Because it is necessary as much as it is hard. You need to deal with what I would call FOMO, FOMO, fear of missing out. Many of us are anxious or restless when we don't have our phones because of fear of missing out. You are like, hey, what is that group saying? What are people saying on Facebook? What are people saying on Twitter? Fear of missing out. And how do you ensure that you detox from that fear? One, you set boundaries. You can simply have time that you'll be checking out your WhatsApp, checking out Twitter, TikTok. You just decide this is the time I'm going to check. Any other time can wait. Especially if you don't use social media for work. So set boundaries and decide this is when I'm going to check my social media platforms and stick to it. Secondly, you can simply limit the use of social media. And the best way to limit use of social media is to unfollow the people that give you a lot of gossip. There are those people that every morning when you wake up, you want to know, hey, what did this so and so say? Because unajua, kuna kamshene hapo, I need to know what is happening. You can just decide to limit the use of it, move away from those groups, move away from, unfollow those kind of people. Because guess what? Even some WhatsApp group, people are just there because they want to know mshene kiasi. What if you just decided for a week to leave some groups and then join later? Just to detox from digital overload. Can you do that? Do you think it's possible? Let me hear what you have to say. The other proven way of detoxing is by practicing gratitude. Focus on what you have, not what you're missing. Sometimes people are all over digital platforms because they think they are missing something. Just focus on what you have. The other way is to ensure you engage in hobbies. Go play golf for those who play golf. Go to the gym for those who go to the gym. Do those activities that you like doing that don't require you to have a digital devices. That way you detox. Do you think it is possible to detox? What do you think? Could you put a comment and tell me your thoughts? Is it possible? You can just start slowly, then you increase, and you realize that actually, by the way, just ask yourself, the many times you are on, which one do we use? Should we use TikTok or WhatsApp? Any of them, or Facebook for that matter. How many of those interactions have given you business? You see, if you use it for business, it's something different. But if you're just using it to keep yourself busy because you don't have something, you really don't want to miss out, you need to do some detox. You need to talk to people. You need to interact with people one-on-one, As I said, one of the best ways to detox is to unfollow those accounts that trigger your FOMO. Remember, FOMO is fear of missing out. It's one of the easiest ways to actually detox. Unfollow them. You'll follow them back after some time. The other way to detox is to focus on quality, not quantity. You can just follow, or you can be in groups that actually add value to you. Groups that will give you business, or follow those kind of accounts that give you value. That is focusing on quality rather than quantity. And of course, always remind yourself social media is not always the reality. You know that. Sometimes what you see in social media and the real issue, very different. So always remind yourself, what I'm seeing here is not the reality. There is the real thing. In other words, people will share what they want you to see, not what they are or going through. Yeah, so we need to detox, guys. And follow my page, follow my YouTube channel, follow my TikTok, of course, because my information is valuable to you. Even TikTok, follow people who can give you information that is valuable. I've discovered that even in YouTube or even TikTok, people are watching things that have no value to them at all. The things that are valuable to you, like things that we say that will make you a better person, that will elevate you, we get very views. But when you just shake your behind, you get a lot of views. That is digital overload. You need to start to follow people that give you value for your bundles or for your Wi-Fi. Yeah, so please start detoxing now. Until next time, God bless you and have a great time.